Hello, and
Welcome.
welcome to
Alternate
Fucking
Casuals.
What makes you
fucking
casual?
it don't matter.
What you know.
Fucking
All right, guys, ready?
Yeah.
All right. The ultimate effing casuals. That's the sound of shadowboxing. Do some of that stuff. It's good for your heart. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. Nathan, Isaac, gentlemen, how are we?
Dude, I'm good. I hope you guys are too.
Doing good. Just hanging on through the lighter schedules, but lots of good news coming out. Lots of fights to look forward to this summer. So already getting hyped for those.
Oh, speaking of fights to get hyped for, did you hear Manny Pacquiao's on his way back? And he's getting a fucking title shot after being retired for several years.
Dude, they have him ranked number 5, bro, in the WBC rankings.
No.
Have him ranked number 5, yeah. He hasn't fought in 4 years.
What is the
rank number 5.
lowest rank we can get away with? Or the highest we can get away with?
Mario Vargas. Now, what would be actually insane is if, like, somehow Unk managed to pull it off and became champion at 46 years old. Because, like, I mean, is he going to vacate? Is he going to try to defend? Like, are we going to see Pac-Man versus Norman or Brian Norman Jr.? I mean, what's going to happen?
It's a no-win situation.
Yeah.
Pacquiao gets an
But-
easy title, and
Well,
what?
hold on. If Pacquiao winning would be a good, maybe just me, for me it would, but like, I mean, I'm still a fan of his boxing career. Maybe not Manny Pacquiao, the politician, but I think, I mean, for me, I mean, he was, one of the stars of the sport growing up, watching him fight, right? And so, I mean, him winning, I mean, it wouldn't have quite the same kind of awe as him beating Keith Thurman, but I mean, him winning, like, let alone just not getting seriously hurt. I think him not getting seriously hurt would be maybe a silver lining. But if he actually won this fight, that would be incredible.
It'd be a pretty big achievement, just like for the age. Like, he's coming back at 46. I mean, this is later even than Foreman, right? By like a few years. So like, this would be pretty insane. But I think it's a pretty low chance. Barrios isn't like a super. I mean, he's a champion at 147, but as far as like champions go, he's one of the weakest at that, or he is the weakest at that weight division.
Yeah.
But I think Pac-Man probably has a pretty low chance to win this fight. Barrios should win. I don't know if he'll stop him, but at the very least, Barrios should win this fight. If he loses, man, that's actually crazy. Like, that would go. I mean, it would go viral just for how big of a figure Pac-Man is. Yeah, that would be insane.
And also, if you apply the law of transitive losses, this would also be him avenging his loss to Ugas, because Barrios beat Ugas shortly after their fight.
Yeah,
That is true.
yeah. Plus, bro, I mean, Barrios is also a Mexican, bro, or Mexican American. Like, what if we get like a vintage Pac-Man performance, and like he activates that kryptonite,
Oh yeah, like the what do they call it?
the Mexican
Blood libel or whatever. The
Oh.
the whatever kind of inner like strength he draws out from fighting Mexicans. Maybe that just gets triggered.
Yeah. She becomes like a different animal. Yeah. Oh, I'll be watching. It'll be. It's like one of those sort of spectacles. I mean, Pac-Man's not. He's old as shit now, but I mean, he isn't. Like, I mean, I don't want to say like a can. I don't think he's at can level, surely, right?
He did look like that when he had that
Oh, the
exhibition.
Ampo fight.
Yeah. He looked
Yeah,
pretty
actually,
bad.
that was really bad. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. I don't remember.
Yeah. it could be bad for Unk. Not that performance just came back to my head.
Uh,
It actually could be really bad.
keep whatever image of Pacquiao in your mind that's like heroic or whatever. Keep that. Don't go looking for this shit.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
tarnish that. For me, it's when Marquez knocked him out. So I'm not sure how much lower you
man.
can get from there.
Ass up, man. Face plant.
I don't know if this is speaking of faceplants, but Tank and Roach rematch is set for August. Roach, I say faceplant because I think Tank lost by virtue of him taking a knee and costing himself a 10-8 round. That should have been counted, but wasn't. And
I'm if you would have told me that there was a rematch scheduled for Tank Roach, I would not have believed you a few months ago, but here we are, man. This is sort of insane that it's even happening in the first place. But I mean, I think Tank, this is what I think, and I hope he does. I think Tank will make the necessary adjustments, and he should like pretty convincingly beat Roach in the rematch in August.
yeah, I think so too.
It will be interesting to see what happens if, like, let's say Roach like actually cleanly wins this time. Like, I mean, I mean, I know that's hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe, but like, what on earth that does to both of their careers? I mean, Tank like will still retain star power, obviously, but do you think PBC like massively starts pushing Roach? Do we have another like star on our hands, or do you think it's like he is just known, right, and still has a profile to build?
I mean, Roach getting the win over Tank, I feel like would be massive. I don't think we'd be talking about like superstar level, but I think we'd be talking about like, oh, every boxing fan knows who Roach is, and like, they're gonna tune in every time that Lamont fights. I don't know if he'd become household though. Man, that would be crazy. Do you think they do a trilogy if Roach won?
No shot, not immediately anyway.
I hope
PBC
not.
trying to establish that Tank reputation.
That would
Because
have
I
the
mean,
same.
Roach arguably should have won the first fight. So
Mhm.
I mean, yeah,
That would have the same energy as like AP versus almost said AP versus Pereira, but Izzy versus Pereira 4, you know. If you include their two kickboxing fights. Okay, they're fighting again, and AP has won the first 3. Like, I wonder, it's like, how many chances is Tank gonna get here?
yeah, dude. I don't want to jinx it, and I know I'm known for saying this for a variety of fights, at least for certain fighters. But I feel like Tank will knock out Roach this time.
I think
I
so.
feel like
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
I think he'll make the adjustments.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I agree. He's gonna do something really bad to Roach, but
Yeah,
we'll have to
I feel
tune
like
in
he'll
and
be
see.
motivated. Oh yeah. I feel like this might get more views now than the original one. Just for like what happened, it might be bigger. I'm excited.
Oh, fuck, that's it for boxing, unless I missed anything. Oh, I think we had talked about it briefly last time, or maybe where Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford's not going to be promoted by by Dana White.
Yeah, at least that's what I was reading. No, that's what Turkey put up on like the Ring magazine page on Twitter. Not sure fully in depth what's going on, but it seems like Dana White won't be promoting it directly.
Which is like strange because like the pairing made no sense to begin with. So for them to announce it like less than a month ago and then already go back on that, like why do that all why would you even think of that idea in the first place? Why would you want Dana White who has nothing to do with either of these fighters, or really either of the markets, right? That those two fighters represent. Why would you want him involved? Like, what is he going to do for you other than just being, oh, well, he's a recognizable name in in sports media, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I know they have like he has like his own thing with like Callum Walsh was I think his biggest fighter, but like, I mean, not much is going on. I mean, it's not like Dana White is an established figure in boxing in the boxing promotion world. I mean, I feel like it's a completely different world. So you have like the multiple governing bodies. I mean, there's a lot more detail that goes into boxing than what they have currently in the UFC.
That's part of what the TKO boxing or whatever, the allure of that is that they're gonna do a UFC style UFC format where it's just the TKO belt, no IBF or WBC, it's just TKO, just the promotional belt.
Yeah, a TKO belt would sort of be insane to see. Like, I've been watching boxing for like a decent amount of time, but seeing like the merge between like the MMA world with Dana White and the UFC, seeing that merge into boxing and like getting a TKO belt would be insane to see.
This is sort of, maybe it's a little related, but like, do either of you guys feel that this is something I've thought, like, instead of introducing a whole new belt, why not use that money? Well, I guess it would cost more money this way, but he's a billionaire, so he should be able to afford it. Turkey and all them. Why not just buy out the other belt organizations and just say, hey, it's WBC and WBA across divisions, right? Because then, at least in my opinion, you have the best of both worlds, right? Where you have, you still have the big unification fights in boxing, but you don't have so many belts that it takes, 6 years and a whole lot of luck for someone to actually unify a division. Like, wouldn't it make more sense just to try and control and merge belt organizations? Like, because introducing your new one, like, who's going to take the TKO belt seriously, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There could be a lot of boxers have no incentive to, right? If TKO is not paying out great, I'm like, okay, I'll go get the IBF title because they're going to give me a number one contender spot because I paid my dues.
Yeah, it is interesting. I wonder how much it would cost. 'Cause, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like a business. I mean, and like we see all the time, like in pharmaceuticals or whatever, any type of businesses, like businesses can merge or like people can buy other businesses out. I wonder how much the cost would be to merge some of these organizations. It would be interesting.
One that wouldn't go away would be WBO, just because they have like a symbiotic relationship with Top Rank in Queensberry.
Oh yeah. The close as hell relationship with them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Top Rank title essentially.
Pretty much, yeah.
But there's the semblance of distinction. I think you could do the same with TKO and I don't know, IBF, just for example.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading something today in the morning where they were talking about how TKO, they've been trying to sign fighters to get ready, to start putting on cards. And apparently they've been having like issues getting, worthwhile fighters to sign with them. Which, like, I mean, it's like what Nathan said. Why would they fight for TKO when they can fight for under the IBF or like another organization for more money? Like it just fighters aren't going to want to go to him.
Yeah, because I assume the TKO, in order to fight for the TKO belt, you probably have to be in bed with their promotional arm, right? Whereas that's not the case for any of the other belts.
Yeah, and like that pay or the pay grades that they released.
Oh,
they were, I don't know if they were official or not, but man, they look bad.
they were pretty rough.
He looked really bad, yeah.
Like title contenders. I make more than title contenders.
Yeah, I mean,
are you kidding me?
ranked opponents.
Yeah.
It was it's bad.
It's
I mean,
not
you're
a
not
good
you're not
thing.
even really making money. Like you better have a second job until you become like a top 10 ranked opponent. I think from what I remember from
Yeah,
the
that's when you
from the
start
pay
getting
scale.
into the six figures.
Yeah, you have to maintain another job. There's no way.
But I guess if you want to make like you not just sign your promotion to TKO Sports or TKO Boxing, you live in the barracks, which is their housing. You eat at the TKO dining facility. Didn't they try to do that with MMA? The UFC, like the island thing?
Oh, yeah,
and
Fight Island.
the Abu
Yeah.
Dhabi. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you live here, everything is covered, so if you're getting paid, I don't know, 50,000 per fight, like you don't have to pay for anything else. That sounds
I know
like
they do.
an abusive, like human trafficking kind of relationship.
Human trafficking. Yeah.
I will say one of the only good like fighter incentives the UFC does is that anyone on their roster can go to their performance and development facility in Vegas, right? And like any medical issues they have or any like special training or therapy or anything like that, like that's all like just comes with the
Covered,
contract.
yeah.
So like it'd be cool if there were places like that all over so that fighters weren't having to fly in. But I mean, yeah, there's I guess one
they-
facility in one country is about all you get with UFC as far as incentives.
They get like all their meals too, which seems big too. You can just eat at the PI. Gotta be in Vegas, but yeah. Marab, bruh. Like during fight camps, whenever he puts up a lot of his fight vlogs, dude, he is always like getting his food from the PI. Like he rarely eats out, it seems.
I mean, if you're technically already paying for it,
Yeah. Might as well.
yeah, that's what it was like using the mess hall when I was in the military. Like you're already paying for it, so might as well go.
You know, we're missing some like real good reality TV drama by not making the PI so lucrative and like attractive that like you just constantly have most of your roster on site somewhere and they're all like kind of living in the same place, and so like you're missing a lot of like rivalry moments, right? Someone bumps into someone else up the stairs and it's like a brawl takes place, right? This is like quality entertainment here and it's just being left on the table.
Oh,
AP versus
you
Jamal
remember-
Hill.
yeah. That almost happened there.
Jamal
Yeah,
was talking
exactly.
shit and he's like, okay, well, we're here. Put on these gloves. Anything more for that other stuff before we get into some UFC news? All right. I always want to say Diamond Dallas Page whenever I see Dricus' name or his initials. Versus Khamzat Chimaev on UFC 319. So 317 with Topuria and Oliveira, that's during International Fight Week?
Yeah, like the Topuria and Charles is International Fight Week.
All right.
The 319 would be the August card.
I see.
I think it's actually the same day. Tank and Roach, right?
I
Ooh,
think
what a wonderful gift we have there.
Yeah, that's actually a decent weekend.
the 16th. What else is on this? Because I've only seen the headline that the fight was announced.
Let me see if they have anything on their website about it.
There may only be the headline right now. There's still a lot of time for them to actually fill out the card. Yeah, they only have the main event right now. Just to be expected at this point.
I'm sure they'll dress it up nice, but this is a massive fight, man. DDP and Khamzat. We've been waiting for Khamzat to get a title shot for some time. I mean, there was his run at welterweight. He ultimately had to stay or move up and remain at middleweight. But he's finally here, man. Had to go through Whitaker to do it, unfortunately. But he finally gets his shot against Dricus.
and he's coming in as a favorite. He is a minus 185 favorite.
Damn. Dude, I'm really hyped for this because, like, you know, in previous fights, we sort of assumed Khamzat might be a little bit too much for them. But, man, I feel like this could be a pretty even matchup because Dricus is, like, man, he is super strong. He's massive for this weight division. His gas tank is good. Striking is good. I mean, he's got decent wrestling. I mean, this could be a really fun fight, I feel like.
Brandon Royval versus Manel Kape.
This is announced
Big.
for Fight Night card.
I believe it's a fight night card.
Yeah, this is big. I'm looking forward to that a lot. Royval, his fights are pretty much always fun. And then Kape, I mean, he's like this sort of dangerous striker. I mean, he's not really going to wrestle. So unless Royval decides to throw a takedown or mix some wrestling, and I feel like we could see like an all stand-up affair, which I think it could be a pretty fun fight, in my opinion.
Royval is up there in the rankings too, so this is a really good opportunity for him to actually make some moves if he wants to challenge for a title, right?
Yeah.
I believe he's first in the rankings. Kape is like 7th
Yeah.
or 8th.
Yeah, so like I think like the UFC have a pretty clear plan that like if Kape wins, he'll probably get the next title shot if Pantoja remains the champion against Kai Kara France. But I mean, Royval, I mean, he beat, what was it, Tatsuda Taira in his last fight out, and then you know, if he beats Kape as well, I mean, I feel like you have to give him the shot, even over Moreno, because like Royval has been fighting like the harder fights, I feel like.
Yeah, it does seem like he has been.
Mm.
Oh, Whitaker versus DeRitter.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I
Yeah,
forgot about that. That's pretty fun.
yeah,
Wow, I mean, like, what a step up in competition, right? But I think,
Yeah.
I mean, I say fuck it. Like, DeRitter looks like he might be that good, so like, there's no shame if he loses to Whitaker here, even if it's I mean, the worst case scenario would if he gets done like Imamov did, or the other guy that wasn't Imamov.
oh yeah, let's get it.
Iliskarov, yeah. That would be the worst case, but I think DeRitter is better than that. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no risk for him here, and I mean, I'd say just go do it. It's a great matchup.
Yeah, this is brave from both of them because like Whitaker, he's coming off that horrific like submission loss
He
to
needs a
Khamzat. I mean, he's immediately stepping back into the fire with DeRitter. DeRitter, he's got a massive frame for this weight division. Whitaker's a dog, man. This is gonna be a fun fight. Both of them have good wrestling, but man, I'm looking forward to this. DeRitter's got a lot of momentum behind him at the moment too. Beating Bo Nickel. I mean, I think he's making the right choice. I mean, he didn't really take like an insane amount of damage versus Bo, and like he's got to capitalize on this like sort of, you know, all the eyes he has on him after that the win over Bo Nickel. Quick as hell turnaround. Man. This is in like 2 months.
What else is on the Holloway versus Poirier 3? How were the first two? I wasn't watching at the time.
Well, I
They were
think
fun
wasn't the first fight like Holloway's. The first fight was Holloway's first ever UFC fight, I believe, and he pulled Dustin as his like opening act. I think Dustin won pretty easily, and then I don't remember how the second one went.
I'm going back to look at
I think 5-round unanimous decision.
Poirier, he has fought so many people. Wow. Yeah, so in the first fight, it looks like Dustin submitted Holloway. What?
So yeah,
So
it
his
was Max's first UFC fight.
Yeah, okay, so he got submitted, and then the second fight, yeah, it was unanimous decision for Dustin. Okay, I remember the second fight a little bit more, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a fun fight. I mean, we're sort of getting a more educated version of both of them. Like they've both grown an immense amount. This is obviously going to be Dustin's retirement fight.
Yeah,
This is gonna be a good send off, man. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they confirmed that this is gonna be his retirement fight. So what we see is what we get. I mean, for that reason, I sort of hope that Dustin can get the win. To retire at home, his family's gonna be there. It would just be like one of those like feel good moments if he can retire. I mean, it's for the BMF too, I think. So
It is.
another belt.
Yep.
It'd be really nice.
Yeah, and I mean their last fight was like 6 years ago, so I mean, like you're saying, way more educated, like definitely worth a third shot, even though it's 2-0 technically, or not technically, it just is 2-0. I think it'll be a really great fight. I'm looking forward to it, and it should be interesting because both guys have been on the receiving end of horrific knockouts, and both guys have had tremendous knockouts recently. So I think this is like gonna set up for a really all-action affair. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing it in New Orleans as well.
Hometown.
That's gonna feel really nice for Dustin. And the card, I mean, they're starting to shape the card up, but one of the fights is gonna be Marvin Vettori and Brendan Allen, which is they've both fallen a little bit far down in the middleweight division, so it's like, it's not like the winner from this is gonna be challenging for the title, but it's an intriguing fight at least.
Was there anything on the... Oh, shit! I forgot to check the undercard of Whitaker de Ritter. Shara Bullet is back.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Ooh.
Marc-Andre brought, man, like turnaround as well.
Yep.
Well, July 26th for Marc-Andre. He didn't really take damage against Bruno Silva, though, so it makes sense. Very good money for him. Because he's starting to get old as shit, too. Redemption for Bullet? Or what do you think?
Hopefully.
I think he probably gets the win. Yeah, I think he probably gets the win.
Asu Almabayev and Ramazan Temirov.
Oh, dude, Temirov is good.
Yeah, Temirov is good. Almabayev's all right. Pretty solid. So that should be a good little... I expect that'll be a grappling kind of tear up.
Krylov, Guskov. Yeah, okay. This could be a fun card.
Ibo Aslan, the Turkish power plant or something he calls himself.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty fun nickname.
Yeah, it was a good one. Like, 'cause he always refers to his limbs as like power generators and shit like that. You're leaning really heavily into this, and I appreciate it very much. Anything more for the news?
Good fights on the horizon.
Support for this episode is from Ramen Bay. Ever have that ramen craving hit hard? You know the feeling. Sometimes you want that rich, savory broth and those perfectly chewy noodles, but you don't have time for all the fuss. Well, say hello to Ramen Bay. They've taken the best ingredients for ramen and freeze-dried them for ultimate convenience and incredible flavor. Imagine, vibrant vegetables, flavorful proteins, and aromatic seasonings, all ready to rehydrate into a bowl of pure satisfaction. No chopping or long simmering, just add hot water and a healthy spritz of Ramen Bay. Because the ingredients are freeze-dried and vacuum sealed, they lock in taste, giving you a quick and easy meal that doesn't compromise on quality or flavor. So, the next time the ramen urge hits, don't forget Ramen Bay. It's your new, not-so-secret ingredient to a delicious, hassle-free situationship anytime. Hit up the Bay for ramen and chill at ramen.lvx.be or use code LVX10 at checkout. Get yourself 10% off every order and help us out a little bit when you do. That's Ramen Bay. ramen.lvx.be. Support for this episode is from Malwarebytes. In today's digital world, threats are everywhere. From sneaky spyware to intrusive viruses, your computers and mobile devices are constantly at risk. Losing your personal data, financial information, or even having your device held ransom is a nightmare no one wants to face. And that's why you need to look at Malwarebytes. It's the ultimate shield for digital life. Malwarebytes provides powerful, real-time antivirus and anti-malware protection, keeping computers and smartphones safe from the latest threats. For those with 10 or more devices, Malwarebytes has you covered. From laptops and tablets to smartphones, Malwarebytes family plans provide comprehensive protection you can trust. Don't wait until it's too late. Secure your digital world with Malwarebytes and get the peace of mind you deserve, knowing that your data and your devices are safe. Go to mwb.lvx.be and get 50% off your subscription today. Here's a little hint, you can reuse that code later down the line with a new account. Keep saving for yourself and help us out a little bit too in the process. Into some recaps. Why did I put UFC Fight Night here? I meant to put May 16th, One Friday Fights 108. If you didn't watch, you should. God, I can't type. A lot of fun knockouts. I'm gonna keep telling you about them because they're worth watching. Saturday, May 17th, UFC Fight Night 418. Anything in the prelims? Tisha Pennington was like outclassed Luana. Hyunsung Park.
Jared Gordon KO
Yeah.
was crazy.
Very good KO. Thiago Moises too, man. That used to be a name. And Jared Gordon in one round laid him out. Very good win.
There was a lot. Like pretty much the entire prelims was all stoppages.
Yeah. As far as like an Apex, I mean that's normally how it is though, because like name value wise, this Apex card wasn't that great, but you know they have like those sleeper fights. There's a decent amount of them. Denise Gomez, I think, also had like a pretty vicious technical knockout. At least Reedman was trying to get out of there, and Gomez just would not let her go. I mean, she pushed her back down to the ground and continued to tee off on her face.
Yikes.
Really nice finish.
Malkizael Costa continues the win streak over Julian Arosa. Gabe Green? Have we covered Gabe Green before?
I think so.
I don't remember him.
I don't either.
I
feel like
I have a friend that looks like him.
Gets a submission
Yeah.
over Matus Camilo. Nor Sultan Ruzaboyev over Dustin Stolfitz. Oh, Sadiq Youssef fucking disappoints me. Drops the ball versus Myron Santos.
Yeah.
It is crazy how like one strike can change your career, and I can say this confidently about Sadiq Youssef because he had Edson Barbosa in so much trouble, and like one wheel kick changed that fight. He ends up losing, and then Bro gets like hammered by Diego Lopez's next fight, and then he just drops another UD. Certainly not out by any stretch, but like he's taken an insane amount of damage. He's not young, 31 years old. But like that's just a tough role for him.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you're right. He was absolutely winning that Barbosa fight until that kick. That's crazy to think about. His career could have been like in a completely different place.
We were frantically trying to get a hold of Chief during like mid-fight because his ass was sleeping, and his like he loves Edson Barbosa, and we were like, dude, you gotta get on. He's getting fucked up. Wheel kick happens. Total turnaround. It was amazing fight.
Michael Morales stops Gilbert Burns. It's difficult to say how much Gilbert Burns really wanted to be there, because it didn't seem like it. So once Morales started laying it on, he kind of shelled up and then stayed that way. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's hard to grade this performance because like Burns is like, I mean, I don't know, it just seems like he's on the way out. Like you said, it's sort of like he didn't want to be there. I mean, we know he's getting old now. But just last year, I mean, he had a war with JDM in which he almost won. In fact, he was winning until JDM rallied at the very end. And JDM is now champion. So I mean, has he degraded in like about a year? Has Burns degraded that much? I mean, he also had the war with Kamzat, took him to a decision for the first time. It's sort of hard to grade this performance, but I feel like I want to say Michael Morales is now someone we have to watch out for in the welterweight division, which is sort of wild because like the welterweight division is already stacked. Like there are so many names here, and this is gonna be another name I feel like we have to watch out for because he is well rounded, and that's like it's something we're seeing like is more common nowadays than it was like even 5 years ago. Michael Morales, he has very good striking. He seems to have power. Burns was reacting terribly whenever Morales was throwing combinations. And then it seemed, I mean, Burns is an excellent grappler, excellent. And it seemed like, I mean, Morales was able to shuck him off. I mean, his takedown defense was pretty good. I mean, they gave him performance of the night. I think this is one of the names we're going to have to watch out for, perhaps.
Yeah, absolutely. And also kind of just an unceremonious end for Burns, I think, at welterweight. Like, I don't think he's going to retire, but like, you look at this murderer's row we suddenly have at welterweight, and it's like, this guy's never going to sniff a title shot again. Like the guard has officially changed. The new generation's in. That's kind of it for him. It's kind of sad he had to go out in such a card that Isaac rightly pointed out yesterday was like barely promoted. Like, speaking of, I know we ripped on PFL for not promoting their fights, but the last couple UFC Fight Night cards have had like very little promotion. And so it is kind of sad to see a veteran kind of go out and, hardly anyone's even watching.
Yeah, I know he lives in Florida, so I hope they can, because he's got to be getting close to like having his retirement fight. I hope they can put him on a pay-per-view in Florida or something like that and have him retire there, because Gilbert Burns has, had some pretty good fights. The Kamzat fight was insane. His fight with JDM also crazy. He had the title shot against Usman. That was over the COVID era, but it was still a fun fight, despite Usman winning. But he's given us some fun fights, so I hope he can get like a proper send off.
He's a grappling coach for Mikey Musumeci.
Oh, dude, Gilbert Burns, like, I don't watch a lot of like the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments, but I know his pedigree in like pure Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is insane, apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it was purely grappling, I think we'd be having different conversations about Gilbert Burns, but yeah.
Anything more for the Fight Night card? Hey, did you know that our little bee buddies are having a bit of a tough time recently? They're really important for so much of our food. Without any bees, we're going to have a lot less yummy stuff. The good news is that you can help the bees while also helping us. Support for this episode is from Project Honeybees. Every purchase adopts a queen bee, who will have her own colony if she doesn't already have one, and she'll be kept in a sanctuary in various places around the world. My adopted queen, who I named Queen Spider, she was found in a restaurant trash bin out back, but the name Queen Spider, that's a story for another time. So if you want to be a bee hero, would that be Biro? Check out bees.lvx.be and get a look at all the lovely gift ideas. There's bracelets, necklaces, earrings, a lot of jewelry stuff. Use code LEO33862 at checkout to help keep the bees buzzing. Buzz, buzz, motherfuckers. Alright, fucking previews. I keep telling you that I'm going to keep telling you. Friday, May 30th, One Friday Fights 110. Get yourself a little coffee. Watch some people beat each other up. It's a good time. And on Saturday...
Also, it's got to be a significantly better card than what we're about to talk about. Like, I'm reading it for the first time. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Lead us into it, Leo. Tell us what I'm looking at here.
Sure. Prelims. This is Fight Night 419. Starting the prelims, Rayan Dos Santos versus Alice Ardalayan. Markel Medeiros versus Bolaji Oki. Kurt Hollabau versus Jordan Levitt. Ramiz Brahimaj versus Oban Elliott. Ketlin Vieira versus Macy Chiasson. Jeremiah Wells versus Andreas Gustafsson. And Jalel Filio versus Alan Nascimento. That's your prelims.
Dude,
Who are these people? Yes.
nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Couldn't tell you. And it doesn't get better heading into the main portion. Zachary Reese versus Dusko Todorovic. Dustin Jacoby versus Bruno Lopez. I think Bruno Lopez should be fine. Billy Ray Goff versus Seokhyun Ko. Matus Gamrot versus Ludovic Klein.
Cameron stuck on this card.
That's so fitting for him.
And Aaron Blanchfield versus Macy Barber is the headline.
Holy shit, man. This is a terrible card.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
And
Oh
it's
my
an
God.
Apex card too. Like, I mean, Apex cards like have been really bad, but like this genuinely might be the worst card I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like we've already said that 3 times this year that, like, oh, this is the worst card. I feel like we've already said that 3 times this year. That's
Okay,
what
but
I'm saying.
I mean it this time. This
No,
is
yeah,
like
it's for real. Yeah, it's for real. This is a really bad card. This is the worst card.
Until the next
I mean,
one.
bro. I mean, look at the co-main, bro. Mateus Gamrot, Ludovic Klein. Man, who is that, man? He's not even ranked. I mean, I know people duck Gamrot a little bit, like towards the top of the lightweight rankings, but man, I feel like this card won't even like deliver the sleeper fight type card. Like, we might not even get like wars on here. Imagine it's like, how many fights is this? Like 11 or 12 straight decisions. Oh my god. Nah, that's. What day is this? May 31st. We better hope there's an NBA game that day, because otherwise there's nothing going on. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, no, we have boxing that day for sure. Who's it again? That's May 31st.
I don't remember
Now that-
off the top of my head.
Oh, Plant. It's the Plant card
Ooh,
with Charlo.
that's nice.
Okay, that is absolutely a boxing day. Boxing super clears. UFC that day. Super clears. This is just, I mean, this is an abysmal card. This is like them, they're seeing like the list of fighters who they've still yet to match up, and like let's put them all on one card.
yeah, this is just like they had. I mean, this is the big fuck you to ESPN. This is a middle finger of a card. Like, oh, you want to put on an Apex fight in at the end of May? Well, here you go. You can have this as our parting gift.
And
Fucking-
so good. I recognize only a few names on this card. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like 5 names.
Who
5,
is
6 names.
Dusko Todorovic?
Dude,
Who is
he looks
that?
AI generated.
AI generated ass name.
Look at Andreas Gustafsson. Oh shit, is he actually?
I was
like,
gonna
the
say he might
Gustafsson
be.
brother?
I think he is, or like cousin.
Yeah,
or
because he's
something
from
like that.
Sweden, or yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Bro's nickname is Bane.
Like, yeah, this is so bad.
Gustafsson versus Well, no, actually, I take that back. It's not going to be good. Gustafsson will probably beat Jeremiah Wells, but Wells does not look like he's that entertaining of a fighter.
The Oban Elliott fight might be cool. His fights are normally pretty fun. Kurt Hollabau, he's like, you know, one of those come forward fighters. Like, he's gonna be in your face, so that might be okay. But I mean, as far as name value goes on this card, there's none. There's none. I mean, the main event, I guess, might be the best or the most well-known names, Aaron Blanchfield and Macy Barber, but that's practically a title eliminator. It feels like. And listen, have something else planned, and if you got, your phone out with you, you can maybe keep up with this card on Twitter or something like that. But yeah, man, this is rough.
Yeah, assuming you want to.
Yeah.
Not missing a whole lot. Doesn't seem like anyway. If it comes to it, I will have some more humble pie standing by, just in case this turns out to be like card of the fucking year. But
Hot, dude.
I'm not holding my breath.
It's gonna be like, watch there be like 12 finishes on the card or something
Yeah,
like
just
that.
back
Every
to
single
back.
fight is like a knockout.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Anything more for the abysmal Fight Night card?
There's just not much to say. I mean,
No.
let's just get through it. We just gotta survive it. We got stuff in June.
All right, let me. You've been listening to the Ultimate Effin' Casuals, a Lux Media production. If you'd like to give your thoughts, or you need to let us know how terrible you think our takes are, you can duck us and text the anonymous line at 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on your business, send a voice message or send a voice note in WhatsApp, and we'll see if you're interesting enough to make the final cut of the show. 833-LUX-PODS. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net, all one word. That's YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, all the rest of that bullshit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. Patreon is where you can go to get ad-free episodes and other behind-the-scenes exclusives while directly supporting what we do. LVX Media Net over there, just like everywhere else. Even if you don't sign up on Patreon, you can still help us out if you check out our ad sponsors. You can also help by giving us a rating and a review on whatever app you're listening on. And last but not least, you can also check out the merch shop. New stuff goes up all the time. Metal intros by Anders Janhunen. The trap intro and the outro are by Middle of Nowhere Beats. And for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net. So, last time we were talking about Jake Paul possibly debuting for PFL as one of the few things that PFL has, up their sleeve. Would that be a good thing? Him starting MMA, fighting MMA.
Oh. I mean, I feel like if PFL would be itching at a chance to put on a card with Jake Paul, I feel like. Because I know that is people are going to tune in for Jake Paul.
He's a draw.
Yeah, so I feel like, Jake Paul, if the minute he says, let's do an MMA fight for PFL, PFL will be scrambling to get him something scheduled as soon as possible.
Yeah, I don't. And if it's PFL or some other promotion, I don't think him being an MMA would necessarily be a bad thing. Like the two things that, obviously you want the most skilled fighters to be on the biggest stage, but being a showman goes a long way. And Jake Paul, unironically, he's one of the best. He has the personality to be the heel. There aren't a lot of boxers you could say that about, right? It's something that gets people watching, and MMA would be interesting more for the fact that the odds of Jake losing are higher in my opinion, right? Especially when you add elbows and leg kicks, stuff like that, or head kicks, right? You imagine Jake Paul getting head kicked by someone else that's massive. There's a real draw. I'm I want to see this guy get killed, and it's in MMA there may be a greater chance of that happening.
Yeah, this is the thing as well, because they have to be careful with who they match him up with too. It has to be a decent name at least, because if he gets knocked out by just some random PFL fighter, it's not gonna. I feel like that's not gonna benefit them as much.
Nah.
But they should be careful with who they match him up with.
You don't think they give the opponent, the proverbial note, hey, don't take it too hard. Give him some good work, but don't beat him up.
No
too
knockouts.
much. Yeah, don't knock him out. Don't submit him.
Yeah.
Definitely hurt him. Punch him, kick him, fucking threaten some submissions. But ultimately, you're here to lose and make him look good.
The thing is, if they were to tell the fighter that, I feel like if I was a fighter, I would ask Don Davis, like, is Jake Paul gonna be trying to knock me out? Because like,
did he get?
because like, am I just supposed to let that slide? If he's over there trying to take my head off, like I feel like I gotta respond.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Has to be a two-way street.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
Yeah.
think it also helps to be like authentic too, because Jake Paul's demise also does numbers, right? Like that would be
Oh,
one of the most
yeah.
viral combat sports clips of the year if he got like stretchered by some guy or like submitted. So like I think it's just better to be authentic about it. And then if Jake Paul wins, it's like, okay, well shit. Like, okay, maybe this guy has more to him. So it's like I would hope they would keep it above board, but I mean you never know with stuff like this when it's a quasi celebrity fight and it's, you know, that sort of arrangement.
Yeah.
has he like mentioned any names that he would fight in MMA? Do you know?
Alex Pereira.
Oh,
Oh man, we're talking about getting stretchered out, man.
See,
Maybe would leave him
that's
on
the
the
name
ground.
you cash. That's the name you cash.
Yeah,
in. That would
yeah.
be.
You take that. Yeah. If I'm a Jake Paul, I'll let myself get knocked out. Yeah. Then you're making a bag that's gonna go viral. Yeah. Come on. Plus, man, could you imagine if it was like, because you have all these boxing people, they've been wanting to knock him out for some time now, and it's an MMA guy that finally does it. Come on.
a lot of pride being wounded.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's like, you
I mean, he's been fighting mostly MMA guys too. Like, who's been boxing? I mean, technically, the boxer's the only guy that's beaten him so far. Although Chavez is about to do us dirty here in a little bit,
Oh man.
No.
but the lesser Fury did get it done for us, so we're still winning in that. column.
Ben Askren almost got it done, to be honest. Nah. That Chavez fight honestly has me like, it's just whoever Jake Paul's manager is, and like they thought of Chavez's name, they're a genius, because like they can market that so well. Chavez being like Senior's son, there's like the whole legacy there with Mexico. They can draw on that, and then like Chavez was a champion, like a legit champion. I mean, it's incredible picking. And they're gonna bring him up to cruiserweight. Chavez is like that's gonna get knocked out though. I feel like.
So it
Yeah,
would
that's
be
going to go
a
very
net-
poorly for him.
be a net positive for the sport. Jake Paul is.
Yeah, I mean, imagine this is like the one fight that we get motivated Chavez for. Like he drops the drugs, sobers up.
There have been pictures, and he's looks like he's in pretty good shape. Like he's taking this pretty seriously.
Dude, hopefully he is. I mean, it'd be like a super shame if like in one round he just got stretchered, like with no resistance. Like at least show that you maybe at one point, you know, make people believe that you could have been a champion at one point.
Well, that's it. That's all we got. So we're heading into another light weekend. Questionable quality on the horizon. Parting words.
Dude, this is a dog shit card that we have on the horizon for UFC, but International Fight Week is on the horizon. We gotta survive. I feel like we say this at least once a month whenever we get like the scheduled Apex card, but we just have to survive this weekend, and that's it.
Well, I mean, the summer will be stacked, so we'll be out of the woods before too long. But you know, maybe the audience can celebrate this this light week with a nice, refreshing Coors Light, sponsor of the show.
Silver Bullet.
We're not actually sponsored Coors, but if you'd like to reach out, we've got an opportunity for you.
Of course, send me free stuff. Ah, man. Well, if that's all we got, then that's it. It's another bleak weekend, but we'll see you on the other side of it.
Yep. See ya.
Peace.